Hey, Ramadan Mubarak or Ramadan Kareem, however you say it. This is for my fellow Muslim OCD sufferers who might be having a bit of a hard time right now, maybe. I've already spoken to a couple of people who, in the lead up to Ramadan, they're not having a great time. They were a bit stressed out in how this would go, obviously, because especially if you have like religious or moral related fears, then like Ramadan becomes just a very stressful time overall, and it's not something that people look forward to sometimes. So before I go on, please subscribe to the channel. We also have a few one-to-one subscription packages as well that you can sign up for if you want to come in for regular one-to-one calls or you want to attend our monthly webinars, which are super informational and we have a lot of fun on there. So if you're interested, please come and join us. So I want to first touch on the fact that I think what a lot of people do in the lead up to Ramadan, or even right now as Ramadan has started, they start to go into control mode even more in terms of their thoughts and feelings. They start to try and control what pops up in their brain. Sorry, there's something in my eye. I have no idea what, but they want to try and control their thoughts. They want to make sure that they don't get any like any bad thoughts, any sinful thoughts, or anything that they feel like would upset God. And you need to do the complete opposite actually, because going into control mode is actually going to make you feel far worse throughout the period of fasting, and it's going to make every single second far more stressful as well, because you're only going to be thinking about how bad and awful it feels and how you need to control that. So I mean, I know that because it's supposed to be this like peaceful and spiritual time, people and everyone else is like, doing their prayers. Everyone is like reading the Quran, or they're trying to really focus on just extra praying and meditation in that way. Like a spiritual kind of meditation. You will feel like the odd one out over here, feeling like that you're having all these intrusive thoughts and feelings and things that you shouldn't be thinking about, images in your mind that make you feel like a horrible person. So in Ramadan especially, it will feel like you are kind of like I don't know, you're someone who is metaphorically on fire and everyone else is just like having this peaceful time. I mean, I'll give you an example for myself as well. Like my Ramadan has started on a completely imperfect note, because today is my first fast. I've not been able to fast for the last few days because I was quite ill. I got all my groceries. I was like, I'm going to make my sahur today. I'll do this, I'll do that, and then literally on the first night I got a fever and I wasn't able to fast, and then the next few days as well my throat was hurting. I wasn't feeling that great, and so yeah, I missed all my fasts. And I mean, for someone with OCD who is really trying to have a great Ramzan or a perfect Ramzan, or trying to fast perfectly, or trying to make sure that all their fasts are done, for them this could be a little bit of a nightmare of like, oh my god, like now I've missed my fast, and now and even just the doubt of like, maybe I could have started fasting earlier and I was just holding on to an excuse, and I just didn't want to fast, and that's why I didn't fast for the first few days. Oh my god, what does God think now? And just trying to work all of that out as well. But again, because I have worked on religious OCD as well in the past, and I know exactly how that confusion kind of feels. Therefore, I don't have any anxiety about missing fasts as well. I'll probably complete them later on, maybe next month or something. Or I think there's also a way that you can like give money as well to someone who is in need or something. Again, like I don't know that exact mechanism, but but I'll probably just like keep the fast that I've missed as well. Although I do think that last Ramadan I missed a couple of them because I got sick again. I haven't completed those, but I mean, maybe one day I will. So I'll see to it. Um, the other thing as well is that I think with the kind of praying that people do. So I've made a separate video once on compulsive praying and how praying itself, even though it's on the surface of it, it's supposed to be this really nice and good thing, that in itself can become quite compulsive as well. I was speaking to someone the other day and they were like, yes, I was praying to God that these thoughts just be taken away from me. Now, whether you're doing it through the channel of God or whether you're trying to do it through the channel of some other behavior or some advice that you've come across on YouTube, you trying to get rid of a thought is still you trying to get rid of a thought. Just because you're asking God from it doesn't mean that it will work. I mean, it's the same as me saying to God that, hey, God, can you give me, like, I don't know, four pair of eyes and like four arms so I can just like get through my day faster and I can be more efficient. It's not gonna happen. So even if I'm asking God from, like, I'm asking God who is supposed to be like the biggest entity, it's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it. So it's the same way, like you asking for God to take away certain thoughts and feelings is also not going to work. And I say to people as well, like, I mean, compulsive praying works, like it doesn't work just as like you can obviously pray. There's nothing wrong for like in praying for, let's say, recovery, but without the hard work and without the actual steps that you have to take, you're not going to get recovery. The same as if you have like a really bad disease, if you don't take the medication for it, if you don't follow the regime that your doctor is recommending to you, just praying for it alone in and of itself is not going to magically take that away. So these are, like, again, like Ramadan, because it's supposed to be this peaceful time, and I think that for many years, by the way, like I did not like Ramadan, and I did not like just the overall period. For me, it just felt stressful. It felt like now I have to like pray under pressure kind of thing. That's how it felt in my head. And it felt like I had to be a certain way, and that just felt really stressful. And I just didn't I did not look forward to Ramadan. But now that's completely changed. I actually genuinely thought that I would never feel excited or I would never feel good about Ramadan, but now I do. I actually like the routine in Ramadan, even though it's like you're kind of like sleep deprived, you're kind of like not very well rested a lot of the time. I definitely did not wake up very well slept today either. But I like the overall. I like the vibe. I like the community kind of thing of it. I like sitting with people and having iftar. I like eating with people. I like thinking. I like just having discussions in general with people around iftar time, or just even if I'm not like huge on Taraweeh, for example. I don't go for Taraweeh, but I like seeing people being in that feel of celebrating Ramadan, going for Taraweeh together, getting like, even like dressed up for Taraweeh and things like that. It just feels nice. It feels good to see that. And I think even going to the mosque has like a different vibe to it. But again, these are things that have only come to me without me looking for them, without me trying to create these feelings. That's the thing, because I think for many, 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 many years in between, I stopped having any nice feelings towards religion. I stopped feeling spiritual, even though I tried to feel spiritual. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel excited about religion. And for many years, I was trying to force those feelings, but I kind of like stopped having those feelings. So, but when I stopped chasing those feelings and when I stopped trying to create those feelings over the years, those feelings have kind of come about on their own, to be honest, without me even looking for them. I'm not super religious in the sense of like I'm not observing like a full on religious routine right now or something like that. But of course I'm doing the basics and I'm kind of like enjoying parts of that, and that's just like naturally happened over time. If I had been still in the mode of like, oh my God, no, but like I need to keep a connection with God. If I don't have a connection with God, I'm the most horrible person. Or if I don't feel the spiritualness or the religiosity of doing like a religious ritual or praying or something, then it's useless. Then I'm not a good person. And I work with a lot of people who've just given up praying just because they don't feel that connection and they don't feel the religiosity of saying their prayers. And that's another compulsion as well, by the way, because if you're justifying it to yourself as like, oh, I will only pray if I feel this, if I only feel it, you're probably avoiding. And I'm not saying that, I mean, I'm not saying coming at it from the angle of you have to pray. I mean, some people don't say their prayers regularly, but if you are someone who actually liked or likes saying their prayers regularly, but you're just not doing it because you don't feel it, that's the same with, like, even with relationship OCD, people not spending time with their partners only because they don't feel the connection and the love with them. It's literally the same principle over here. So you've got to have, or some people also are not saying the prayers because they know that as soon as they start saying their prayers, they're going to get a lot of intrusive thoughts, and they don't want those to have those intrusive thoughts. So they're waiting for a day where they can be 100% sure that disturbing intrusive thoughts are not going to come in their mind when they're saying their prayers. Again, all of that is a big bunch of compulsive behaviors. So, but yeah, I also made a post on Ramadan on Instagram as well on just some different tips to keep in mind. Because again, like, this is a time that can become very tricky for people. But if you have any questions about Ramadan or how to go about it, please pop them down below. I just wanted to come here to give a quick shout out and also to speak to certain things during Ramadan that people might be experiencing. I hope you're having a good month. I hope the rest of your fasts go well and you're able to fast. And yeah, I'll see you around. Okay, bye.